cared about the truth. It was going to cost them everything. So I want you to imagine this scene of Hannah sitting in the early church, and she's sick to her stomach. Her husband just told her, you got to pick between this Jesus stuff and your family. So she's there. She's like, did I make the right choice? How do I really know this is true? Is Jesus really worth it? And the pastor of the church stands up, and he gets everyone's attention and says, this morning we have a special guest. Here's Cleopas. He's going to share how Jesus showed up to him on the road to Emmaus and what Jesus taught him about the Old Testament and how it points to him. And Cleopas gets starting with the Psalms and moving to Isaiah and showing how all of these passages point to Christ. Later in the service, somebody else in the church says, how do we really know what happened on the night he was betrayed? A guy stands up in the church and says, I'll tell you. Who are you? I'm Malchus. I'm a servant of the high priest. I was there that night, and Peter cut off my ear, which, praise the Lord, it's still here, thank God. And he goes on to tell the story. Not only that, what Malchus saw, but Malchus's cousin was the servant girl who asked Peter about whether he was a disciple of Christ. Church, these things really happened. They tell us how they got their information. And I know faith is hard. It's hard for me too. Some of the things in this book seem unbelievable. What I want you to know is it was hard for the early church too. It says in the text, some of them doubted. Again, when someone raises from the dead, your first thought is, am I losing my mind? Am I seeing things straight? But they did believe. They pressed on in belief. Why?